Scrooge, because some people that, you know, when they randomly hear my Christmas songs, they're like, "What are you, a Scrooge?" Because I have those kind of songs-ish. You know, I have songs sort of making fun of Christmas and whatnot, and songs that aren't the traditional songs. And no, I'm not a Scrooge, alright, ladies and gentlemen? I love Christmas. Heck, I try, you know, even when I'm not celebrating Christmas, I tend to try to keep the Christmas spirit going, at least in my house. You know, whenever there's any kind of donation, I always, you know, ask my parents, you know, can I have a nickel or a quarter or something to donate? I've done that since I was a kid. But, you know, it's not that I'm Scrooge, it's just, I grew up with those songs playing from, like, Thanksgiving till Easter, almost. Yeah, my parents played those songs a lot, and it just bugged the hell out of me. It's like when you listen to the same song over and over and over again, you just get tired of it, you know. But, I mean, since, you know, you don't really play those kind of songs anytime but Christmas time, it's like a phobia almost for me. So yeah, I mean, it's almost a phobia for me when it comes to those old Christmas songs. Because I'm fed up with them, you know. I expect them every single time, and they're always in the stores, and I mean, no offense, I love the fact that the stores are trying to, well, they're not trying to actually induce the Christmas spirit earlier and earlier, mind you. Unfortunately, they're trying to get people to buy gifts earlier and earlier for them to make money, mind you. But with putting that aside, I consider that they are also slightly trying to get people in the Christmas spirit earlier and earlier. And I do like that. You know, if that was their main purpose, hell, I would be joining them. But it's not, unfortunately. So yeah. But so I mean, I downloaded a bunch of like sort of jokey Christmas songs, such as like if you watch the Santa's Rampage episode of Visitor Cleanup, I mentioned that I believe that that game was based off of Weird Al Yankovic's song about Christmas and Santa going on a rampage, because, you know, he shot up in the song. It says that he shot up, you know, his workshop, and he shot up the elves, and he blew up the reindeer and whatnot. So that's why I think it might have been a correlation to that song. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion right there. That is the weirdest looking head I've ever seen. Man, I'm gonna need a biohazard box over here soon. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this over here. Reason being, I can put the shells in here, and since it's already bloody, I can also put the head that's over here in here. And then, you know, it basically becomes a biohazard waste containment canister itself. Let's see, today I saw something where they had me in again to repair another damaged prisoner holding cell, and the steel bars were completely torn apart. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Since I'm not used to talking a lot, my throat gets dry a lot. So I have a bunch of different drinks around me. Right now I'm drinking coffee. They said the prisoner had rammed it with a bed. I'd like to see such a bed. It might be useful to the guys over in demolition. Yeah, I would have to agree. Yep, there's more shells up here. That's what I thought. Yeah, like I said, I'm basically just using this as a small waste containment vessel. Mainly for like the shells that are around here, because if you don't pick them up like right away, you tend to actually miss them, especially when they get like pushed into a corner. They are very hard to see. So it's just sort of easier to grab it now instead of later. Plus, I like to multitask. Just saying. You know, in real life I do tend to multitask. Like, if you've seen any of my earlier videos, like my very early videos of one of my dating sim videos, you know, I might as well grab another bucket here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the furnace right now instead of just throwing it somewhere, because I mean this area is clean and I wanted to keep that way. Thank you very much. First things first, clean the mop, and now grab it and take it. But one of my first videos of a dating sim game that I have, and I still actually need to complete 2 of the 3 that I was doing, mind you. If I get finished with, when I get finished with Visitor Cleanup, Mass Effect, Fallout, and Skyrim, which by the way I need to do actually 3 weeks of, instead of 2, maybe actually 4, I don't know. I think I've only done 1 week, and I've started up again like 4 weeks ago, I think. As you can see, I'm trying not to push the body around too much here. Reason being is if you push around, gosh darn it! Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, basically, if you consider, like, if you were to think of this as a body part, okay? And let's say I just accidentally pushed it with my broom there, instead of smacking it like I did. What actually would have, this body would have actually, the body would make a mess like that. I don't know if you saw that or not with the head, but it did make a mess. I'm trying to be kind of careful here. Trying my best here to not get anything dirty, or not doing a very good job of it right now. But my main mission right now is actually to, yep, there we go. It's just to grab this and take it back, because I accidentally emptied it like that. Blaze of glory. I wonder if that's just me going back and forth to that furnace. Oh, my bad. I was talking about the dating sim Let's Play. It's one of those like rating dating sims. So, you know, I mean, I was basically doing nothing the entire time. And what I just figured I would do is, since I was basically just clicking like every now and then, what the heck, really? Is this a hover? This is a hover station, isn't it? Holy camoly, that is awesome! Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I got excited there. I don't, from the Let's Play that I did watch of this, real quick, they did not notice that either. So, you know, that's just kind of cool that I noticed that. You know, I just slightly saw that little thing there, and I was like, huh. I was wondering what it was projecting anyways, so this is cool to find. So while I'm doing the dating sim thing, I'm knitting, because I have a bunch of knitting projects I'm actually working on currently. Yeah, as you saw there, the body flew in it, made a mess. Now, is this bloody? Yes, it is. Okay. Anything small enough to put in there? This is kind of small. Okay. But yeah, I'm knitting while I'm doing it, because I do have a bunch of different knitting projects I'm working on, and one of them right now is I'm actually knitting a blanket for my cousin. One of my cousins at least. I'm not going to give you any more details on that, because it's, to them it's a surprise, to my parents it's not. Because, I mean, my parents think I've actually told them about the fact that I'm knitting them this. I didn't. They asked me quite a while back when I was just finishing up my first blanket from knitting. And, you know, they were like, oh, can you make us a blanket too? But the two of them were actually fighting over the blanket I was currently knitting right there and then. And, you know, I was like, guys, don't worry, I can make you another blanket. And so she's like, so my one cousin was like, okay, this other cousin can have it. I'm trying to be very selective with my words here, because I mean, even if they saw it, they might, if they see this video, they might actually know who they are, and that might accidentally ruin this surprise which I'm trying to. So I'm gonna give them both the same blanket at the same time, because of very, you know what, they're twins. I doubt that they would be watching this kind of video, or at least the girl wouldn't. Yeah. So, you know, the girl, she's like, okay, brother, you can have it. I'll take the, you can have this one. He wanted it he would just really like the blue one. I don't even know if they remember this or not, but if they do, great. If they don't, whatever. I don't really care. I'm just doing this because I like knitting, quite frankly. The knitting, that is. You know, I'm only doing Let's Plays because I like playing video games, and, you know, I figured it would be cool to get paid. You know, long term, I would like to actually get paid to play video games. Just not even through YouTube, but through an actual development company. No offense, YouTube and YouTubers and my subscribers, but I mean that is my dream. Literally, I would just love to be able to sit back, relax, play video games all day long, and that is it. That is my entire job. Not only that, but for those of you who don't know about the old social standard of men versus women, and actually it still is technically going on nowadays, although it's supposed to not be, mind you. In the old days, you know, like, women weren't supposed to be out of kitchen, period. Now, just a quick note about that for me, you know, I'm not gonna be like, you know, if me and my girlfriend were sitting on the couch, and I was hungry, and that was it. I'm not gonna say, honey, go make me a sandwich, and expect her to actually get up off the couch and go make me a sandwich, just because I told her to. No. Hell no. No way I would ever actually expect that from her, or any other woman. Because that is very rude. I mean, why would you expect someone to do that just because you told them to? Now, I mean, now if she was already in the kitchen, for some reason, maybe she was getting herself a drink or something, and I was hungry and I wanted a sandwich, I might ask her to make me one while she's in there. But I expect her to actually make it for me? A little bit, because she is in there and I did ask politely. But would I be upset if she didn't? No, not at all. I would not be upset at all. I'll be perfectly fine with it, quite frankly. But that's the old social standard, is that, you know, the man does all the hard work, the woman stays home, takes care of the kids, does cleaning, shit like that. And, you know, some women nowadays still do that, and I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, each speaks their own, quite frankly. But, the social standard of that is actually a pendulum. A pendulum is basically, if you were to take a string and a weight, basically gravity, quite frankly. So if you tie anything to the string and hang it up from the ceiling, and then you pull it back to a certain space, like if you pull it back to one side, like if you were to hang it from right there, okay? And from right there, I mean right there. That little thing that's holding this bundle of cables up, okay? And then let's say this side is men, and this side is women. So the social standard of who should stay home. Right now, it is more towards women. But it actually is swinging. It swings back and forth. Back and forth. Throughout the years. You know, every couple thousand years, it does switch. And right now, it's swinging is like, probably right about here-ish. But it's swinging more over towards men right now. So, sooner or later, you know, the next couple thousand years, maybe in your lifetime, maybe in your kid's lifetime, maybe in your grandkid's lifetime. I don't know. But sometime soon-ish, like in the next couple hundred years, there will be a change in the social standard of who stays at home and who goes in. Now, my girlfriend has already said this. She's gonna be one.